Good morning everyone and welcome back to some more Hearthstone ladder, where we are playing this Midrange Hunter deck, which you see on the left. The name is ironic for those of you that haven't noticed yet. Midrange Hunter is not quite as popular as it has been. Hunter in general is not as popular as it has been in the past few days, but I think it's still pretty well positioned within the ladder, since it should have some decent matchups against other mid-range decks and even control decks.
You asked for it.
I have certainly beaten some decks with Reno Jackson and even some control warriors with Midrange Hunter. So it is one of my pet decks, one I can always fall back onto, and that's a nice thing to have. Excuse me. So what you're looking for early game is just some board presence, and against a mage, sticky minions will be important, I think. Also, getting this quick shot early will certainly help. Usually the fact that you're playing no one-drop means your opponent is likely to know that you are not a face hunter and will thus play less defensively, so it's something to keep in mind. Certainly. Now, if he buffs up his mana worm, we could get some knife juggler action going next turn, or perhaps if he plays something larger, like a flame waker, yes, I would certainly kill that next turn. That is a pity, however. That is a pity, however, we can still do this, right? If we play the juggler and then the Hunter's Mark, I don't think I can afford to leave that around for any time. Okay, so let's just hope that the juggle does not hit a minion. That's good enough. And there is our board presence. It did cost us a lot of cards, and that's the main disadvantage of playing Hunter's Mark. But Flamewaker is just too dangerous, I'm afraid. That would most likely have killed our board, that alone. So let's develop the freezing trap here and get our clock going. It's a pity we can't play a minion to make use of the knife juggler, since it will probably die this turn, I'm guessing. Ooh. That is slow, my friend. Flame cannon? Oh, okay. I guess that can work. And that is a disappointing minion to get. That is much better, however, so we'll just play that and be happy with our lives.
Someday I'll be just like you!
Taking a quick drink here. Frostbolt is unfortunate, but that... and that Sorcerer's Apprentice we will likely have to remove. That is a bit of a shame. Freezing trap, not that great. I feel like I'm complaining a lot here, and maybe I am. Let's test for mirror entity first. That is not a mirror entity, alright. In that case we're likely trading. Should we get rid of this? I'm not that scared of the Sorcerer's Apprentice, to be perfectly honest. But if he lets me trade, do I want to? I would rather keep this around, to be honest. Yeah, and let's trigger the counterspell now. Bit of a shame. I would have preferred that to be mirror entity, but if he pings this, then he still doesn't have too much of a board presence. Let's just hope the mirror entity doesn't come out now. That would be most unfortunate. No secret, please.
I see.
That is not a secret, that's good. And he cannot really... well, he can attack, and that triggers the freezing trap, which delays it even further, so that's pretty good. This boom will be quite valuable. valuable enough to cost him a fireball, which is pretty great. And that's a freezing trap for you. Still, we don't have too much of a clock, so I would like to top deck something bigger than that. I'm afraid we'll just have to do it this way. But Unleash will help us to actually finish the mage off, so that's decent enough. We just need to get some face damage in, basically. Do we kill his boombots first? I would like to. We can silence one. Is there anything in the mage deck we desperately need to silence? I don't really think so. Alright, so let's do it this way. Kill this one first. That could have gone better. Maybe I should have unleashed first. That's a bit of a pity. Oh well. We'll just have to go about it this way then. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Although Dr. Boom will cost 9, so it will eat his whole turn.
You require my assistance?
I'm a bit out of steam, that's the main problem here.
Aha!
And I don't have a real answer to the Archmage there, which is also kind of awful. Can we finish him off before he finishes us? Now there's a question.
Thank you.
At least he doesn't have... Okay, so we cannot kill that, so we'd better just push for face damage, I think. If Boom comes down next turn, I have Unleash to do some damage. I don't think he can reasonably clear all this. Well, maybe he can. Let's not put words into his mouth. Probably doesn't Boom here. Ooh. That is a little awkward. Unleash will be able to get through that, I think. Is he just going face? He's just going face, that's interesting. Oh gosh. Okay, we might be in trouble here. We do have 4 hounds, so we can kill him if he doesn't kill any minions here. If he doesn't play any minions here, we can kill him. And if we top deck any damage, yeah. That was going to happen. That's... Well, he's not going to attack us any... He's not going to attack us again, is he? No. So we get 4. We get a bit more. Is that enough? That's not enough, right? And he does have 2 fireballs, does he? Does he have 2 fireballs? Well, I do have a bear trap, so he might not have enough. If he hits this first... If he hits this first, then I'm on 13 and I have a bear, but that's not enough. He has 2 fireballs, he definitely has 2 fireballs. So if I unleash, I can deal 7 to him this turn. Let me think.
I'm sorry.
I may have to... Let me see. Oh, the Hound also has taunt. In that case, I might be okay. In that case, I might be okay. Yes. Let's see. No, the giant can still hit face. That's a problem. The giant can still hit face. And if the giant hits face, then 2 fireballs will finish me off. So the correct play here would be to Antonidas into the Hound.
What to do?
Giant into face. That is not going to save you, my friend. Those fireballs need to hit face, or... Okay, I think that will do it.
That didn't
I'm pretty sure.
work.
I'm pretty sure that's not how you do it. Yeah. I don't think he can kill us, and I don't think he can board wipe either.
Runs out on me.
Well played.
Phew. That was a bit closer than I thought, but nicely done. Yeah, the correct play there would be to send Antonidas into the taunt. But that's tricky. He needed to guess. No, he could have known. Maybe he thought it was explosive, and then he wouldn't get the fireballs. I'm not sure. Well, let's play some more games, shall we? Let me move my window a bit so I can look at how my recording is going. That's why I can actually see my deck list. That's also kind of useful. There are some flexible spots in this deck, by the way. I'm choosing to run as Sludge Belcher against other aggro decks, especially Shaman and Face Hunter. It helps a bit. It makes it so you actually have sort of a chance, instead of automatically losing against those decks. And there's another mage, interesting. I think we're trying the same trick again. Going into Haunted Creeper and then Knife Juggler does sound like a decent plan. Although, if he plays Mana Worm, I might actually prefer to have the Knife Juggler out. I might prefer to coin into Eagle Arm Bow, to be honest. But I think turn 3 Eagle Arm Bow should be enough. I might not play the Knife Juggler next turn then, if he Mana Worms into something.
I'll show them all!
But this is pretty reasonable. Do I have anything to trigger the... No, I don't. But I'm not letting this chance go to waste, I think. It could be awful if it misses, but that's only a 25. Most of the time this works. And so it does. That's fine. Forces him to kill the Knife Juggler, that's fine. And... I think I can afford to run this into Counterspell, that's fine. That is not a Counterspell. And that is some meaningful face damage. So that's not bad. The reason this is Midrange Hunter is because it just doesn't compare to the aggression of face decks. I am actually interested in whether my opponent is even Tempo Mage, which I kind of didn't think about. Let us see what this does. No, I think it is actually Tempo Mage. Do we even? No, we don't. That's preposterous. We don't have a secret, so there's no chance to get extra charges. We need to save it for a possible... Ooh, that's interesting. Might be Reno Mage, actually. Or something about duplicates. Maybe. Kind of hard to figure. Lothap does prove to have more of a clock. I'm not sure what to expect here. We can answer a possible Flame Juggler, well, as long as we have a 1-cost minion on the board. I think Lothap is better. It's a little fishy. But this deck has enough board presence. Oh, it might just be Ice Block. I don't know. It's kind of tricky. I'm not sure what to think of this deck. Should I kill that? Killing that does prove to be a little awkward, to be perfectly honest here. I could trade the Lothap in. I would like to play the Freezing Trap. So I guess I can quick shot and hit that. If he's a Freeze Mage, I suppose it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, I don't mind that. And it does spend the mana efficiently. I'm expecting sort of a Freeze Mage here, so that could be an Ice Block. It could also be a Reno Mage still. He's played one Frostbolt. So that reduces his burst by a bit. Played 1 torch. Yeah, that's a Reno Mage, alright. That is a Reno Mage. Okay, that's interesting. How much do we fear the Reno? That's another great question here. And do we want to get another secret out? Another great question. We could possibly trigger the sheep now. Maybe unleash. How bad is unleash here? No, that doesn't work. Dr. Boom might be fine. I think Dr. Boom is the play. Do we clear the refreshment vendor? I don't think so. Although Reno does kind of scare me a little bit. But I think forcing him to Reno is better than not doing so. Okay, let's do it this way. Save the charge on the bow for now. That returns it to hand. Maybe he wasn't expecting that. Maybe he was. I don't know. This could be a blizzard. Ooh, that could be awful. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I didn't expect the mind control tank. I might have... Well, I'm certainly glad I've got this unleash here, and I guess we can Sludge Belcher also, which is not horrible. Can we actually pop the ice block this turn? If we have 3, we have 8, and if all of these go face, then we can. Or yes, I'm not sure whether I want to pop it. That's the problem. So I have 6. I have 11. I can afford to send 1 here, definitely. I cannot afford to... Yeah, I do want to pop him this turn, I think. So that means doing this. That forces the Reno, and this does nothing. I guess that's okay. He can Reno now, and he probably will if he has it. But it's better to force him to have it, I think. And to get rid of the ice block, which forces him on the defensive every single turn now.
We're gonna be rich.
And there's the Reno. I was kind of expecting that, and I might have a little bit of trouble containing everything now. That is the downside here. I was taking a gamble, and it might not have been the best idea, but we took a risk. Can't be too mad about that. Let's see, we can Belcher and we can Hound Master, which is not horrible, and then kill this. Maybe we should get the secret out ASAP, but not sure. Let me think. It's actually not that great right now. Maybe we should get the secret out. Actually, Belcher is holding the fort quite nicely. As long as I kill something. I guess that's okay. As long as I kill this, then Belcher can hold the fort. I can get the secret out. Get some more value out of this bow. I might need it.
I have no time for games.
Yeah, we're going to have a hard time now. But if he didn't have the Reno, well, he'd be dead, so... I think that was a worthy risk to take. Maybe he would have played differently if he didn't, but... can never be sure of that. Okay, that's not a bad draw. Better make use of that, right? So that's another freezing, which means we're killing Reno, right? Yes, we are. If he bounces Reno, we can never get rid of it. I don't think I can play the Houndmaster here. So that gives him the refreshment vendor back, but that's fine. He also needs to kill me at some point, and that's... cost him tempo. I guess that's good.
Mind if I roll need?
But I'll admit this is a pretty bad position for us. We might have been able to play this a little bit more aggressively, I'm not sure. We can still win this in the long game. I have no clue what's in the average Reno Mage deck though. I don't have too much experience with the deck, besides knowing that it exists. He kills that rather easily, yeah. That's a little disappointing. Well, that's interesting. I'm not sure I agree. I do have one more trap left, right? Left, right. Haha. Yeah, playing Snapjaw here is probably bad. So let's see how he deals with this. Because he has to. That sheep is kind of interesting. He shoots it. Okay. I'm not sure where he's going with this. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Do we kill that and just play our stuff? Or do we face and force him to play something? He'll run into it, but then he has got the initiative, and I would like to build up initiative first. So I guess we're doing this. There we go. 4-9 is pretty big. He should be able to get rid of the Houndmaster here, but that's okay. These games are the hardest. Hmm? No, I was going to say he must be out of Frost Novas right now, but yeah, I didn't say there is a thing. Okay, I guess you can have the initiative then. That's okay. High main's not going to change anything about that, and playing the high main into the Doomsayer would be a waste.
Do you have the
That's Ragnaros. Oh, I don't need these. That's an intriguing card. I wasn't expecting that, but we've got some late game coming up. Should be kind of hard to deal with for him, but he should have a decent amount of burst in his hand by now. So that is a little worrisome. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that one. Oh, a Gaddon. That's okay. I have no idea what's in the average Reno Mage deck. So that's kind of a pity. I guess we just high main again, right? We do have to force the issue here. I think we're just dead.
Well played.
I'm pretty sure we're just dead here. He only needs a fireball right now. Although I'm not sure whether there's room for a fireball in that deck. Apparently there is. Alright. Like I said, if he didn't have the Reno, we would have had him there. And I think it's better to take the 50-50 on that than... If we traded, we might have, but if we had a high main in hand, then we would have had a better chance. I'm not sure how to play that. Midrange decks do have a certain point where they start running out of steam, and that might come sooner than for certain other decks. Like Reno Mage. This is not the same guy, right?
Let the hunt begin.
I don't think it is. Alright, against Mage... Yeah, this is fine. Both of those cards are fine, I think. Kind of important to have a play for each turn. Mad Scientist, I guess.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, it's a Mech Mage, okay. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Creeper should be decent here. Although clearing the mechs every turn is a priority. You can't always. It's impossible to always clear their mechs. You just have to choose your moments, I guess. That's going to be awkward with the weapons coming up, but interesting. I am kind of forcing him to attack my face if I play the bow, but how does that help me? I can clear the shield here, and then clear the Annoyatron, and then next turn I can Knife Juggler and possibly kill that? It might be a little optimistic. Maybe just Animal Companion here. Might be the better option.
To my side.
That's not perfect. But does force the ping, and that makes sure he doesn't really play too much next turn. I mean, his best option is ping, and that means I can... but he's going face with that, right? Yeah. Might also be wrong, by the way. So how about... I could Hunter's Mark that. How good is a Hunter's Mark here? Then I can play... I could play Knife Juggler and run it into there. And hope? I don't like that too much. Just hope for the 25%? No, that's a little optimistic. I could Hunter's Mark that, but that might be bad. I may want to save that for the Fel Reavers, if he runs Fel Reaver, of course. In that case, just Knife Juggler and Bear Trap? Maybe just Bear Trap. I kinda like that. I kinda like just Bear Trap here. Although this is a little awkward if he last mages. Yeah, maybe it's possible that I should have cleared that, but I don't know, man. At least we can now bow and possibly... Well, the bow is good, I guess. Bow sounds good. And then clear the mech. That will run into... well...
I wonder...
I'm certainly playing bow here, and I could clear with the Hunter's Mark, which is not horrible. And I can play Knife Juggler, and then... I kind of like that. No. If he attacks face here, which I think he will, then I'm down to 17. But I get a bear, and the bear should be able to trade with that. What's the upside? I don't know. I think I just clear. I do have a plan for next turn, so that's okay, and we'll see what comes afterwards. Don't let that be a Frostbolt. I guess that's okay. Does mean I can't clear the mechs again. But we're at the point where that doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, maybe I should have cleared the Snow Jugger last turn. I'm not sure. Could play Animal Companion and possibly get some trades. Might be a little iffy. I got 2 knives. That's not that good. I think Belcher is pretty reasonable here. Although I really want to clear this, he has a lot of cards in hand. So if I want to clear that, then I'm trading in Knife Juggler, and I guess that's okay. I guess that's okay. I do get 2 knives, it's okay.
Hey, catch!
Bear Trap is not going to do anything for a while, but I suppose he knows what that is, right? Yeah, I couldn't reasonably clear that. Well, that's some good shots for him. Is he not trading that in? I don't know. Oh, that would require me to trade here. I'm not sure whether I like that. But Freezing Trap sounds nice. That's not horrible. Yeah, I guess I do play the Freezing Trap here, but do I clear the Blast Mage? Getting Freezing Trap on Blast Mage is actually... No, it's actually okay, I think. Let me... That costs 6, so he can't really do anything else next turn. Do I clear the Snowchoker? That's another question. Oh, there's a real possibility. I don't mind him getting a 6 mana thingamajig off. I could get another charge here, but let's be greedy. Do I play this? No, I don't. No, I don't. Let's do it this way. I'm a little confused in these situations. So probably attacks with the Blast Mage first. That could be kind of bad in the case of... Well, let do a Frostbolt. I guess that's fine. Gets the Blast Mage back, but he can't play it this turn. Then freezes me again. I guess that's the bad part. Yeah. That is kind of bad. But I get a bear. Bears are good. I like bears. And more freezes. Oh boy. Water elementals in Mech Mage. That's interesting. We just play everything, right? I think we play everything. He can attack face, but that's fine. Yeah, let's still do that. It's important to get some minions out, and if he... No, he can't possibly run Flame Strike, right? I'm pretty sure he doesn't. He can ping that and then hit face, but then I have a lot of minions on the table. He might feel he should, though. Alright, alright. Oh, that's not horrible. That should bring out the next Freezing Trap, if I get to kill that. That is certainly not horrible. Let's try this. I better kill what comes out. Oh, that's... Oh, well, it's not going to attack, so that's fine. That means this is another freezing, so that's okay. And the next thing to attack is the Water Elemental. Alright, alright. Unless he happens to have some kind of buff, I think I'm okay here. That is not some kind of buff. He might have the Blast Mage. And I don't think that's going to help you. No, no, not quite. Alright.
You win this.
Ooh. he did get me a little bit nervous. I'll admit. I was a little nervous there. But ended up quite fine. Alright. We'll give it one more game here to round things off. Hopefully with a win, so I can get my quest done. As you may notice, I couldn't resist and bought another couple of boosters. I'm nearly done with most of the important Grand Tournament stuff, so that's good. Still saving up dust for another, well, for a Jaraxxus. And then that's most of the core legendaries done with. Against Rogue. I don't really like Knife Juggler against Rogue, to be honest. I do like Eaglehorn Bow, and I think I like Animal Companion. As long as it's not... well, Hover does what it does. It's a risk. I'm only doing this because... ooh. I'm only doing this because I'm second, by the way. So I can play a 3 on 2 and a 3 on 3.
Greetings, traveler.
If I were first, I would have thrown away probably... Well, I would have kept the Knife Juggler, probably. Yeah. I still get one. I don't think I want that. Let's just Animal Companion it up now. Makes for a 4 better curve, too. That's... Okay, it's 4 face damage, but it's not the one I wanted. Because this should be relatively easy for the rogue to get rid of. Unless he doesn't have a backstab or an SI7 agent. But I'm expecting one of those to be in his hand. Well, if he has to face check this, then that's good for me. So that's a lot of damage. Can we do that again? Should we do that again? I actually think we should.
To my side.
Can we hover again? Let's not hover. But it is the one I was hoping for. Because that's a lot more awkward to get rid of. Can we make a reasonable expectation about what the rogues play? Might be a Malagos. Might be... Oh, either Malagos or Oil, basically. Okay, so let's hope for a 2-drop here. That's not amazing. I might just play the Misha again, actually. Is that better than Knife Juggler plus Hero Power? Yes, I think so. I might want to save the Knife Juggler for an Unleash when he gets a Violet Teacher going. That might be a thing, yeah. That's a little awkward. Well, it's fine. Well, I can spend the kill command on that. And besides that, anything else I want to do? Maybe get the weapon out. I think I like getting the weapon out. But that's not something I can do along with kill command. Right, so it's either the Juggler or the Freezing Trap. I think he's shown he doesn't have a great way of getting rid of minions, so the Knife Juggler might be okay. I don't think developing the trap is necessary yet. Let's try. He might Blade Flurry, but against the taunt it's always a bit awkward. So I guess that's okay. You would have to basically waste the charge, and that's probably good for me. That's a Deadly Poison, and then a Blade Flurry. Yep. Well, if I didn't play the Knife Juggler, he wouldn't have had to. So I guess I'm glad? I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether to be glad about such things. So we can develop the bow plus a trap, which is not terrible. He just used the board clear, so the bear trap might do something. Otherwise we can Belcher. But I actually like developing the trap here, I think.
Hunt alone.
Yes. Because on an empty board he might be inclined to attack face. And I think that's good for me, because it does trigger the trap. And it does create a bear, which is a problem for him. Maybe not too much of a problem, but a problem still. And now would be a good time to kill the heal bot. And I think play the Belcher. The Freezing Trap is not going to trigger in a while, so maybe just get some hero powers in. Having 2 minions out means he can't sap both. He has already used 1 sap. I think that's okay. We should be careful not to get ourselves too low. I'm not really sure what the burst for a Malagos rogue could be. I have not really seen any indication that he is, however. So I'm kind of expecting oil here. Well, not on this board state, but yeah. Kind of expecting oil. Would like to develop the trap at some point, but that's not likely to get triggered unless by a South Sea deckhand or something. Alright, another fan of knives then? Oh, okay. Then this is the fan of knives. Yeah. So I'm expecting Malagos rogue at this point. Not sure whether that's right, but it is something I expect. And that means I should be careful with my health total, I think. This would be a good turn to develop the trap, I think, because there's not much else to do, basically. Maybe get the kill command in, but I'm not the biggest fan of that. Would attack run double heal bot? I'm not quite sure. It might. But I don't think so. Yeah, you can kill that. That's fine. I haven't seen him without a teacher yet, but... And I think both of those decks run them. So I'm kind of holding out for the Unleash, with the Unleash for that. No, he's getting ready for a weapon. Alright.
This guy's toast.
Does that hit face? Oh, it hits the spider. Okay. Does that mean he has another Blade Flurry? I'm not quite sure. Anyways, did we kill that? We may just want to Hunter's Mark that, actually. Sounds a bit strange. And I'll save the Unleash for the kill combo, I think. But I don't think I can afford to let him untap with any minions. Actually, that will trigger the freezing trap, right? So that might not be horrible. No, I might be able to afford that. I'm kind of getting wrecked by... what's it called? I don't remember. Blade Flurry, yeah. what was I thinking of? Yeah, I'm kind of expecting Blade Flurry, but that might be okay. Yeah, so bounce that thing. You can use it again, but that's fine. And it does give me the additional bow charge. Makes his turn a little bit more awkward, so I guess that's okay. Use the SI again, I think. Yeah, so I can kill it again this turn, or can I kill him? I have 4 damage, I have... So that's 4, that's another 6. So that's lethal, right? Yeah.
Until low.
Wait, can I count? Yeah, I can count.
Well,
Definitely. Alright. It's a bit of a tug of war, but... yeah, that turned out okay. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed today, and I will see you again probably next month. This is likely to be the last episode for now. So we'll see you again in season N+1. See ya!